Dr. Fauci puts the Taliban on notice, and Tyler brings in the Jewish New Year. Holla. Hey, everybody. Welcome to the TFS, Tyler Fischer Show. Let me just get that. Make sure I got no mocha in my mocha mustache there. I'm doing a nice iced mocha with honey and a Colombian brew and some oat milk, which, as we know, oat milk comes from the tits of the Quaker Oat Man. That just came out in the news. Did you see that? Now, this was a joke I wish I came up with, but I saw a meme or something. I don't even know what a meme is at this point. A GIF or GIF, a meme? I don't know. I don't know. I haven't watched Netflix in 2 years, by the way. But there's a photo of the Quaker Oats guy with like breast milk pumps on it, and it said something like, "This is where oat milk comes from." And boy, did I have a good laugh. I had a good laugh. I needed the laugh. I hadn't seen a person in 3 days, and I thought, well, that was a nice little thing I shared with the internet. I'll put a picture up of it. Happy Tuesday. I'm sorry. I recorded this whole episode yesterday, and I'm doing my act outs, and I knocked the cord out, so none of the audio recorded. But I love you guys so much, I said, you know what? I'm going to do the goddamn thing again. So, take 2. I'll try to keep my hands in a little bit. Hope you're having a great week. Yeah, let's just get right into this. Did you see this? Have you heard of this? Come on. Dr. Fauci, who now is really a cultural icon. He puts his little paws in everything now. You know, it was really just about the COVID and the droplets. Now he's got opinions on Joe Rogan taking horse pills. He's got all sorts of opinions. I don't know if you saw that. What is it? I'm not even going to say the word. Apparently you get banned now on YouTube for saying it. Joe Rogan took some medication to beat COVID. He had the cove. And someone said apparently it's also used for horses. It's used for humans, but it's also used for horses. So I already talked to my pediatrician, and we have a similar medication lined up in case I get COVID. But this medication is for ponies. So it's a tinier pill, and we have that we just got that right there, ready to go. If I get the Delta, I take my little pony pill, couple Flintstone vitamins, glass of oat milk, and we're going to be back in business. But Dr. Fauci finally, and I know we were waiting for his opinion on what's going on in Afghanistan, and I have a clip, I think this is from CNN. This is him talking about what's going on in Afghanistan. Roll the clip. Roll the clip. Oh yeah, there's no one else here. Let me roll it. There we go.
I've held my tongue long enough. I have to speak out about the atrocities happening in Afghanistan. And of course, I'm talking about the lack of following CDC guidelines. It is atrocious. I see you gathering in groups, and I know you're doing it to beat people and kill people, but have some respect and do it from a distance. Maybe use a longer stick or flog so you're not up close spreading your droplets. And if you're gonna chant, I know you're excited. Before you chant death to America, keep the volume down, or better yet, text each other. Maybe send a happy face emoji or a fireworks emoji. If you're gonna stone somebody to death, sanitize the stone first, otherwise you got a super spreader event. And finally, beheadings. Before you chop someone's head off, put a mask on them, because that head's gonna plop down and roll around, spreading the virus. It just makes common sense.
And it's good to see him putting them on notice. Because these are some rogue, ragtag, rough, rigid terrorists. And they have to be put on notice. And thank God Fauci is stepping up to the plate and letting them know the rules, you know? And I'm sure he'll put out some other guidelines. I'm sure he will. You know what I mean? You know, something about forcing women to stay in the basement, which is a popular practice in the Taliban. Well, how many women are in the basement? Can we have a limit in case one of them has Delta? 4 women in a basement? 5 women in a basement? How close can they get? You know what I mean? Do they have running water to rinse and wash off the germs? It's all stuff we want to. Isn't it just? God, it's just nice to have something not about. Nice, not the right word there. Let me rewind. It's different. It's different to have something. It kind of really reveals how overplayed all of this is, how obsessed we want to say. Not downplaying anyone who's gotten COVID, died from COVID, any of that stuff. But if it were that dire, okay. First of all, no, we'll talk about my hair in a second. If it was that dire, then they would have these they would try to implement these standards everywhere, right? You know what I mean? This is the biggest killer right now in the world, so to say, from the news. So let's get some masks on the refugees we're taking on the plane, huh? No masks? Got to have a mask on American Airlines, not on the Afghani return flight. Okay, you know what I'm talking about. Coffee's kicking in. I want to say I have a man bun right now. And want to be clear, we are not pro man bun on the Tyler Fischer Show. We do not support man buns on this show. If you have one, I'm not judging. I like people to be comfortable however they want to be. But we do not support them on this show. However, it's very hot in here, and I just need to cool my neck off. So you're not going to be seeing a lot of this, okay? Don't get used to this. Okay? I just want to put myself on notice. Hate man buns. Detest. I see a man walking by, bun up, and I go, gun up. You know what I mean? Bun up, gun up. And I put him on notice. And I'll pop right in this bun. I'm feeling a little violent. There's been some shootings in my neighborhood recently. So I forgot to mention that a few nights ago, Michelle, who asked me a question on the Patreon bonus episode, she asked where would I move if I left New York? And I explained how I was very exhausted because I got stuck in Manhattan for the big flood. And what I forgot to mention was the next night. So I got stuck in Manhattan for the flood. I slept in a deli. True story. Then got to my friend's house probably at 2 or 3 a.m. and then fell asleep and then begged in a off-duty cab to drive me home. And I paid him quite handsomely and had to go to the ATM to get cash for him. But the next night, I also didn't sleep because there was a shooting right outside my bedroom. Right outside my bedroom. Like bedroom window shooting. 5 bullets. Had to get my dog. I got down. Got him down on the ground. He didn't know what was going on. Poor fucking dog. 5 a.m, I grab him, go, get on the ground. Freddie, get on the fucking ground. We got a live one outside. Get on the fucking ground. He's like, what is wrong with you? Because I also have night terrors where I do that. So it's all practice. Last night, got a knife and started stabbing a trash can. Okay? That's what happened last night. Shouldn't be sharing this. I'm oversharing here. I'm oversharing. That's what you get. When you get a nice ice mocha during an app, I'm going to be oversharing. So, anywho, what I want to say. I've been getting a lot of questions, people saying, what is it like in New York? These mandates have begun with the vaccine passport. You're in luck. Got my hands on some security camera footage outside of a business in Manhattan, so we can take a little look at what's going on with this new mandate. So we're going to go to, this is a clip outside of a business in Manhattan where a fella's dealing with the vaccine mandate. Let's go to that clip.
Excuse me. Gonna need to see your proof of vaccination.
Oh.
You know we got the new mandate going on.
Right. Sorry. I have the app.
Oh, Moderna, huh? Heard that one knocks you on your ass. I got the Pfizer.
Oh, you're a Pfizer guy. I hear Moderna's better, but not gonna judge. You know, the new normal.
Have a good one.
Have a good one. So, you know, they're doing well. They're doing their due diligence. That bouncer, obviously, you know, he's doing his job. You could tell he was a little hesitant. He doesn't want to be, you know, getting your medical records before you go into a business, but he's doing his job. And then, believe it or not, and this is, you know, you're not going to get this type of stuff on Joe Rogan's podcast. You know, horseman, right? You want Ponyboy Tyler for this. We also have another clip. Somehow we did a simulation for a year into the future after that gentleman went into that business. So this is 1 year later, and I don't even ask me the technology, the deepfake. I don't know what happened. So this is 1 year later after that man asked him for his vaccine passport. Here we go.
Vaccine passport? Yeah, but I need proof of at least 10 booster shots. 9, 10, 11. Where's the... Okay, AIDS vaccine passport. I'm gonna need to see an allergy test. Lyme disease. Chickenpox. H1N1. Rabies tag. H1N2. I'm gonna need to see some polio papers.
Seriously?
Nah, I'm just kidding about that one.
Oh.
But I will need to see a syphilis passport.
Oh, of course.
H1N3. H1N4. All right, proof of the herpes vaccine. And what about the herpes booster?
I literally got it like 10 minutes ago.
Let's see it. All right, hand, foot, and mouth disease. H1N5, H1N6, prostate exam. Whooping cough. I'm gonna need your Netflix password. HPV.
I actually have HPV.
I need proof to show solidarity to the HPV community. I'm gonna need to see your Blockbuster card. Tetanus. Negative test for the Black Plague. Tetanus booster.
I don't have it.
I'll give it to you now. Proof of political party. Proof of diversity.
Are you serious?
We already have 2 white guys in there, okay? That's our limit.
Okay, I'm Jewish.
What do you think this is, 2021? You're gonna have to be way more oppressed than that to get in here. You got like a 23andMe test results?
Yes.
50% Ashkenazi Jew. 0.000027 Native American. Why didn't you just tell me that? You got an anti-racist card? All right, now I just got to check your white guilt score. 9.7. Wow, not bad, man. Not bad. Just got to scan you for male toxicity. Okay, quick set of questions. Would you have sex with a trans woman?
Yes.
Can men have babies?
Yes.
What are your pronouns?
He, him, they, them.
Do all lives matter?
Yeah, no.
Quote from Broad City to prove you can hang with gay people.
Yes, queen.
I'm sorry?
Yes!
Yeah, that's better. How many statues have you toppled this month?
9.
You support the police?
No.
Are all Trump supporters racist?
Yes.
How many abortions have you paid for?
5.
I'm gonna need to see your punch card. All right, 4 more and your 10th one's free. How many people have you canceled this month?
18, 19 including my grandmother.
Racist?
No, she still likes Louis C.K.
Ooh, even worse. Ever been Me Too'd?
No.
Me 3'd?
No.
Me 4'd?
Nope.
Me 5'd?
Nope.
Me 7'd? Me 69'd? All right, I'm gonna show you some photos of women holding power jobs. Tell me what word comes to mind.
Brave. So brave.
That's not bad. I need proof of a black friend. Okay, how many pronouns are there?
92,627.
All right, and finally, I need you to recite the full sexuality acronym.
LGBTQIAONMPZ / question mark, greater than sign, less than sign, squiggly mark, a peace sign, @ sign, hammer and sickle, poop emoji, and symbol for titanium.
All right, just put your mask on and show them your receipt.
You know, I actually lost the receipt, so...
How are we supposed to give you your laundry if you don't have the receipt? Get the fuck out of here, you stupid bigot!
Yeah. Looks like things have gotten a little out of control in 2020. So that's to come. You heard it here first. So call your doctor, Get your boosters, get your herpes shots, get your polio papers out. You know what I mean? Check your white guilt score. All of that stuff. You want to get that lined up so you can do your laundry. The sketch. That was the sketch. And I hope you enjoyed it. Thank you for watching it. Thank you for sharing it. If you haven't seen it, that's also on YouTube. It's called In 1 Year From Now. You can give it a like, give it a comment, The ratio's pretty good. We got like 250 likes to 1 dislike. Of course, my ex-girlfriend found her way to this one again. I keep blocking her, and she comes and gives me the old down thumb. The old Debbie Down Thumb. That was her name. That was her nickname. So I'm very excited about the sketch. Not even necessarily about putting it out, but this, besides the cooking show, this was the first sketch I did, the first time I've acted in over 3 years. And as I mentioned in a prior episode, I had an acting agent who said he had enough whiteys for now. We're kind of capped out. We're kind of capped out for the whiteys. So I got fired from this acting agency. This was like going to be my big break. They were going to get me on Broadway and on SNL, and they gave me the whole "we're going to make you a star" thing. And then they literally dropped me because they said they cannot help a white man. And I quit acting for 3 years. So this to me is more than a sketch. It's my return to acting, return to directing, editing, making content. And it's me just kind of saying, I'm not going to let that take me down. And I did let it take me down for quite a while. It injured me. It injured me in many ways. But whatever. I can't fix that. It's been 3 years, and now I'm back. And I feel like it's a team effort with me and you guys. Having the podcast, having Patreon has given me a newfound energy and excitement to make stuff. So I feel very proud. I feel very appreciative to you guys for supporting and giving me the courage and the confidence and support to giddy up. So it was a big win. It was a big win. And something else I'll share about it is that I wasn't obsessed with the outcome, with releasing it. And I've done a lot of work on that over the last couple years about, you're just lowering all of my addictive tendencies and getting views, likes, shares, attention has been an addiction for sure, part of a larger addiction. But with this sketch, when I finished the sketch and I edited it and it was done, that's when I felt accomplished. I didn't rely on any type of expectation from a certain amount of likes or maybe my ex-girlfriend slipping into my DMs, Debbie Down Thumbs, you're watching. It wasn't about that. It was about the fact that I broke this thing down into so many minuscule steps. And this isn't just about sketch making or anything. This is about anything in life. If you break it down into tiny steps, you're present for each one, you enjoy each one. That's what I love about this. So I had a blast writing it. I had a blast getting help writing it with Jonathan, who was in the sketch. I had a blast finding a location. I probably spent a week writing it. I spent a whole day out in the city scouting a location, and I had made it fun, got a coffee, put on some music, went around, got down, did some of the, I don't know what this was, but I thought, I see directors doing this. So I just was kind of doing that, and people thought I was like a mime on fentanyl, just walking around the city going like that. But I made it fun, and the process was the win. For the win. It's never the thing. It's never the thing. It's a trick that humans play that we always fall for, is that you think you're going to get to a certain point and then you're going to reveal some kind of happiness. And it never happens. Not to say I haven't had a blast reading the comments and seeing people share it and enjoy it, but that was a bonus. That was a T-boner bonus. So I just kind of wanted to soak that in, and it was maybe the first time ever that I felt fully accomplished in enjoying the steps rather than some kind of life-changing thing that's going to happen. Because you could fall into that. Oh, this is going to be the one. This will be the sketch that's going to get me onto TV or into a woman's body. I'm talking about sex, okay? Calm down, okay? Okay, people, calm down. That was like a Trump Bill Maher. I combined them. Bill Trump. Okay, people. New rule. Stop combining impressions. Okay, people? Okay. So anyhow, I also, on last week's bonus episode, wanted to share with y'all peoples, how I put the sketch together, because I really do enjoy it, and maybe you're just interested in how I make them, or how people put together film, or whatever, or you want to make your own stuff, or you're on the toilet and you want to blow some time. But on the Patreon episode, I went through, and here I'll put up a clip, I went through and broke down how I wrote it, how I structured the editing, how I put it together. So you go through and we do, I'll have like this kind of wide shot, and then all the close-ups of Jonathan, and then the close-ups of me, and I might do a more detailed episode on that at some point. But so that's on the last Patreon bonus episode, and answered some questions as usual. So again, if you join Patreon, you're gonna fund the next sketch. If you enjoyed this one, you can be part of being a co-creator on the next one, and I've already got it. Oh, here's another tip I want to share. This is big. Again, this can apply for anything. This isn't just about comedy. I recommend having your next project ready to go, and so you want to overlap them. So as I started editing the video for this one, I started writing the next one, so that by the time I had this thing finished in the can, as we call it in the biz, me and Ron Howard and Scorsese, we're shooting the shite. We're shooting the shite. We say things like, oh, it's in the fucking can. Hold for sirens. You want to have the next one ready to go, and it just helps the void of so much work and energy and excitement, and then you release it and it's like, so it just it helps fill that void so that you can get started on the next one. Again, this took me fucking 12 years to figure out. So I have the next script done and already sent to Alex, who's filming these, and he's amazing. Amazing. I was going to try Louis C.K. It was amazing. Let me work on it. It was amazing. He kind of does that. It's kind of like a sheep. Anyhow. So you want to have something ready to go. Because I used to crash and get fucking depressed. I get really fucking depressed. I'd be down here. And you want to be up here. So that's ready to go. And if you want to be part of the next one, patreon.com. And send me your questions if you have any questions, or you got a sketch idea, you've got a video idea, you've got a topic you want to talk about. It's just me and Freddie here, so no producers, nothing like that. So it's y'all. You're the producers. Send me what you want to see. Okay? I'll say enough. I've said enough. I've gone too far. This was pretty cool. I did an interview for a website called Just justthenews.com. And this gentleman, Christian, I believe it's Christian Toto. I'm sorry if I'm saying that wrong. Christian Toto. I was correct. Wonderful gentleman who is reporting on comedians, musicians who are speaking out against vaccine mandates to perform. So we did an interview a few days ago, and he just put this article up on Just the News. I'll put the link in my description. I'll read a little bit of it. How about that? We'll read a little bit of it. And I have good practice reading out loud. I've got this dyslexia thing that's kind of makes it hard to read, but I went to a Jewish New Year party last night, which was a blast. We had a rooftop dinner, and I'm only part Jew, just the beard. But I had to read one of the things. It's what is it? Shavas, whatever it was, the Jewish New Year. I had to read one of the things, and I get a lot of social anxiety when I have to read out loud, and I just kept like clearing my throat when there was a word I didn't know, and they kind of just, no one seemed to notice. So I was reading like, this year is a year of plenty, and the Hamas is the symbol of the Shadan, and we eat the beets to the Hamas. And I'm looking around, and I'm going, I think I'm doing good. And they go, nice job on the throat clear. They go, you nailed it. So I'm all warmed up. Okay, so I'll read part of this article. Comedians like Lenny Bruce once risked jail time to slam the status quo. Rockers routinely mock authority like Green Day's Grammy-winning screed against President George W. Bush, American Idiot. Didn't know that song was about him. I didn't know the songs about him either. I thought it was about Joe Biden. Mission accomplished. Mission accomplished. A few, like Dee Snider, are cheering on the regulations. Your chance of making me sick is an invasion of my privacy, so go fuck yourself, the Twisted Sister frontman told Heavy Consequence. If you don't like it, find your own band. You don't have the right to infect me. Bruce Springsteen's Broadway return on June 26 came with a caveat. Show proof of vaccine or stay out. It's just kind of me. It's kind of condescending. Do you know what I'm saying? I don't like the condescending thing. If you want to make that a rule, fine. But this like, stay out, fuck off, get out. Let's just chill a little bit. Let's be nice to each other. So it goes on, and then two of their peers beg to differ. Veteran rockers Eric Clapton and Van Morrison repeatedly defy COVID-19 groupthink in both interviews and songs. The duo collaborated on several tracks last year, excoriating what they saw as excessive lockdowns, including the recent "Where have all the rebels gone? Where have the rebels gone? I thought we'd give rebels jobs. If you're not a rebel, then you ain't black. Come on, man." So then he talks a little bit about my pal Chrissy Mayer, a New York-based stand-up comic and podcaster, declared her war on vaccine mandates via social media. Mayer tweeted on August 3rd that she will no longer play New York City clubs that demand patrons be vaccinated to attend. "It wasn't a decision I made lightly," said Mayer. In fact, I called Chrissy because I was trying to figure out how to navigate this. So I called and asked, for some support. That was another big step. I usually try to do everything on my own. I go, I'm confused. Chrissy spoke out about it. I saw her speak out about it, and I go, fucking badass. Badass. Whatever you think of it. If you're for the mandate, whatever, but I was just so taken aback that she took a big risk. I mean, like, she risked losing her job at comedy clubs. Like, in the near future, the far future, she still took a big risk. So I called and I asked her, I said, I talked it out, and kind of what I settled with was I'll perform at the Stand because they offer outdoor shows for people who aren't vaccinated. So they're still offering shows, and they still are hiring me, but I'm not going to perform anywhere that makes me or others show their vaccine card. So that's what I decided on. I don't want to fall out at the Stand. I love the Comedy Club. It's one of my favorite places to perform. And, you know, they're on an honor system. So they're not forcing people to show the vaccine card. It's an honor system. So I thought I'll stay there. I'll perform there. I respect that. And I won't perform anywhere else that asks. And it's just going to make it easier because I had a show tomorrow at a comedy club, and the last time I hosted for this particular show, the comedians were sitting around and just calling unvaxxed people murderers. And I was very uncomfortable sitting there going, so anyways, Afghanistan, let's talk about that. How about that? That's mistreating women. How about that? And so I just stop putting yourself in that position. And I'm taking responsibility for it. You know, I'm taking responsibility for my action. There's going to be consequences, and there's going to be things that come along that are great. For instance, Friday, I'm doing a private show at someone's house in Staten Island, and I'm going to make all the money that I'm losing at comedy clubs for the month in one night. It's going to be great. I'm excited. It's a private show. I get to do an hour. If any of y'all, anybody you know, wants a show at your apartment, your house, whatever, you live in the tri-state area, or you want to fucking fly me out to Kabul, I'll come out. I'll come out, man. I'll do what I have to do. If I have to be the one comedian in Kabul, I will do it. Hey, you know what? Maybe they need some laughs. From what I understand, these are not a comedic people. And maybe they just need some laughs. Maybe they need some puns from old T-Bone. So, I'll read on to the portion of the interview where I chatted with Christian. Comedian and podcaster Tyler Fischer comes at the issue from a different personal perspective. He got COVID-19 early in the pandemic and endured a second brief case a year later. He's still figuring out the best course of action for his personal health. Understanding his natural immunity may trump what any vaccination provides. Well, looks like the data shows that is true. Fischer also admits to once claiming he was vaccinated in order to perform in a New York comedy club. I did. I lied, didn't feel good, thought it over, talked it out, got support, decided I don't want to do that anymore. So I'm now canceling any shows that I agreed to do where they asked for the vaccine card. I'm not resentful about it. I tell everyone straight up. I go, hey, do they check? They do. Sorry, I'm going to have to cancel. I'm not vaxxed. And I leave it there. I'm not making a big stink about it. There's a billion fucking comedians. We're all replaceable. Yada, yada, yada. It's tricky, he says, of the current environment, including the comedy landscape. There's a lot of shaming from comedians when they find out you don't have the vaccination. Fischer, whose imitations of Dr. Fauci have gone viral in recent months, has not made a formal declaration like Mayer about performing in vaccine-only clubs. He's sad to lose out on Manhattan club appearances at this point in his career. But hey, I got you, babe. I got you, babe. I'm here for you guys. Way more important. Things were just opening up, he said, of the local comedy scene before Delta variant struck. For now, he's concentrating on both the Tyler Fischer Show podcast and his Patreon channel, allowing fans to directly support his career. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. He says it's easy to say a Lenny Bruce or George Carlin would have been fighting back against vaccine mandates in true rebel fashion, but both came of an age before social media. Rebels like Carlin, how they would have handled this might depend on what news they watch. Because I thought about that. I go, Carlin might be watching CNN. Lenny Bruce might be watching Fox or News. Who knows? Who knows, man? Good God, man. Who knows? It's become so polarized. Humans don't like to be shamed or humiliated, he says. You'll do anything at all costs to avoid it. Fischer says his ability to take a controversial stand is based partly on building a loyal base. The more support I have, the more I can make a living. the more I can speak out. And that's how I feel. That's how I feel. So it was a fun little article, and we talked a lot about it. We had a great little chat and tried to figure out, like, what's going on here? Why aren't people speaking out about it? Or even if people are vaccinated, why aren't they speaking out about it? And I thought it's because this is such a fickle career. This is such an unstable career. Fear of losing it all is very palpable. So, you might be afraid of losing one comedy club and then losing all of them. So I get it. And I feel like I can close a little chapter. I don't have to worry about it anymore. I'm just not going to lie. And isn't that really it? It's easy to figure things out. You do less guesswork when you have a more clear stance of what you think and what you believe. I believe that I shouldn't lie. So if I'm not going to lie, then I'm not going to use a fake vaccine card, and I'm not going to lie to bookers, and I'm not going to lie to comedians. And then that just takes care of it. I don't have to worry. I no longer have to worry. I've been living in a fucking anxiety-riddled world over the last few months. And I thought I was hiding it pretty well. Though when I left this party last night, my friend, she goes, "Oh, before you go, just take this book. I got a book for you." And it's like, How to Beat Anxiety. And I was like, oh, I guess I wasn't hiding it very well. My knee was bouncing on the fucking outside the Shavas or the Shafel or whatever. Hamas. So that's that. That is that. On to Gavin Newsom, that son of a bitch. Gavin Newsom, the recall, I think, will be taking place in the next week or so. And looks like the runner-up, his competition, is Larry Elder, a black conservative. Why does it matter that he's black? It doesn't. But the media would have you thinking otherwise, wouldn't they? Well, they say he's the new black face of white supremacy. That was an actual quote from the LA Times. Larry Elder, the new black face of white supremacy. What a disgusting thing to say. What a disgusting and on its face racist thing to say. This is a black man, unbelievably intelligent, whatever you want to say. He's conservative. I'm not conservative, but I like him because I've watched hours of him. I've seen him on, there's different podcasts I like that he happened to be on. The man is articulate. He's brilliant. Everything he says is data driven. He's articulate. He's sassy. He's funny. He's assertive. I like him. Where does black fall on that list of things? Nowhere. Absolutely nowhere. So the fact that the media are now saying he's not black or he represents white supremacy because he does not share their views, it's disgusting. It's disgusting. And it's racist. Because by default, you're claiming that all black people should say the same things and think the same things. Well, he falls out of that category. So, rather than thinking, well, here's a black man who happens to have a different view than other black people, because believe it or not, all black people and all white people and all brown people don't think the same. They just say, oh, he must be a white supremacist. Well, if you look at what he actually wants to do, he has a concrete plan for cleaning up the city, reducing homelessness, and what am I, campaigning for Larry Elder? I don't know. I just like him. I just like feel warm when he talks. I just want him to be my dad. He's honest about this shit. And we need an honest, assertive leader in this country. Certainly in the state of California, certainly in the state of New York. But he is honest about the fact that criminals are almost always young men without fathers in the house. So this is I guess that's one of his conservative values, but I think that's a core value that has sustained this country for a long time, and it's on the decline as the support and the encouragement and celebration of family is declining. So I like him. That's all I'm saying. I'm not telling anyone to do anything, but I'm just saying I like him. I like him a lot. Go check him out. Go check him out. He's better than fucking Gavin Newsom, who has that weird raspy voice and talks like this. Have you ever watched Gavin Newsom talk? It's like he just smoked 500 packs of cigarettes and he moves his fucking hands around like this, like he's some kind of failed rapper. Why is he doing that? Is he trying to appeal to people? He looks like a fucking douchebag. I'm a fucking douchebag. I hate how he talks. This fucking Eminem thing. Watch him. Pay attention to Gavin Newsom when he talks. It's like he's fucking... Look, he's in fucking 8 Mile. Battling against Eminem or Tupac. Gavin Newsom looks like if Boat Shoes were a human. You go, if Boat Shoes could come to life, what would they be? They would be Gavin Newsom. That's right. He won't even debate Larry Elder, by the way. Larry Elder's got some balls. He goes, when Biden comes to campaign for Newsom, he goes, why don't you tell him to debate me, bitch? Yo, Mr. White, tell him to fucking debate him, you bitch. Stop being a bitch. Yo, stop being a fucking bitch. Breaking Bad, breaking Newsom, you fucking bitch. That's Aaron Paul, Breaking Bad. So anyways, yeah, he looks like the spokesman for douchebags, right? The CEO of Connecticut. I know, I live there. All right, let's end on a high note, guys. Okay, I've been getting a little over political. I've been getting a little over, dark. So let's land this plane and let's end on something we can just all agree on and laugh about. And of course, I'm talking about abortion. It's just a topic that brings everyone together. So this new abortion, I don't know if it's a law in Texas, but now you have to wait. No, you cannot abort a baby after 6 weeks after it has a heartbeat. I don't really have a clear opinion on abortion. But what I wish there was, and by the way, whatever you think of this new law, however you feel about abortion, this new law, saving these babies in Texas, will help balance out all of the children being murdered in Chicago. Yeah, well, however you feel about it. It's okay. Baby's saved. Baby's saved. Baby's murdered. So it's gonna balance it out. I think there's over 300 kids shot in Chicago over this last year. Kids are being shot like all the time. That's a good argument. How often? Like all the time.
Like all the time. Like all the time. Like I don't even need to fucking look up the number. Like all the fucking time. I don't know if this is a Valley Girl or Ben Shapiro. I don't know. It's some sort of combination of the both. If Ben Shapiro was a Valley Girl, this would be it. And that's why I have to go to our sponsor and talk about this mattress, because I am not sleeping, but you have to buy this mattress. Use code Ben Shapiro for 10% off. But yeah, lots of kids being murdered, so lots of kids dying, but we're saving babies. So it's just going to balance it out, and it's about saving lives. And this just came across my desk. The CDC is now mandating that all fetuses get vaccinated before they're aborted. I repeat, the CDC is now recommending that all fetuses under the age of 6 weeks get vaccinated before they make their way out the vaginal canal. And it's about saving lives. And I get that. I get that. Because who wants a super spreader baby?
You know, it's like you are annoying enough that you're growing in my fucking stomach. I want to get you out. The last thing I want is for you to then give me COVID. You've been giving me all sorts of problems, baby fetus. And now you're going to give me the cove? I don't think so. So, look, needle's about this long. You pop it right in, you line it up, you get in that fetus's little arm. It's probably barely developed, so you might break it, but get in there. Get in my baby. Get in my belly. So, you know, hopefully you'll respect that rule. How do I feel about abortion? I feel like there's circumstances, obviously, where, I mean, if you're raped, I don't think there's ever a scenario where you should be forced to have that kid. Ever. Unless you want it. I could imagine in some cases, I would find just turned into the public defender from my cousin Vinny. Ladies and gentlemen of the jury, I'm talking about abortion. There might be a circumstance where someone wants that baby. I don't know. I'm just saying. I'm sure some point in history, somebody was raped and had the kid and wanted it. Probably rare, but you should have the option to not have a baby if you were raped. This is where I'm in my little middle ground here, my little safe, little moderate middle ground. I know people call me right-wing and conservative, but I'm just finding that sweet little middle spot right there. Humans have to be afraid of something. You have to be afraid of something. You can't just go fucking everyone willy-nilly without protection, without some fear of something, and that something might be, I might have to take care of this baby. So, regardless, why do you only hear about either if you can have abortions or can't have abortions? Who in fucking God's name is out there talking about teaching kids about sex education? I don't hear a goddamn peep about it. I mean, I don't even hear a peep. Like, I live in the woods and I hear louder peeps from grasshoppers, man. You know what I'm talking about. Why can't they just bring it up and go, this is how you have a safe sexual encounter? I mean, wow, it's totally unrealistic. You gotta teach these kids, otherwise they're gonna go throwing their hot dogs down hallways and putting their old sperm juice in these teens, getting all popped up. It's not cool. So I'm saying, why don't we start there? Maybe it's some sort of balance between all of these things where you can't get an abortion if the baby is a certain age, because that's crazy. If the baby's 9 months, it's a baby. It's a baby. And also what I don't hear anyone talking about is the damage it does to the women that get abortions. This is a traumatic experience. I'm not mansplaining. I'm not speaking for everyone. I just know women that have had abortions and it fucked them up. How could it not, man? How can you be like, oh my God, there's a baby and it's gone, and what would it have looked like? Would it have been funny? Would it have been able to do a Woody Allen impression? I mean, who knows? My mom was supposed to have a fourth, right? It could have been funnier than me, so maybe I lucked out that she didn't have it. I'm not sure if she aborted it, but I'll have to ask her when I unblock her. It can really, it's the women I've known, it rocks their world, and I don't hear anyone really laying out to women what this would be like, Show some videos. You know how they show like the inside of someone's lung?
I smoked for 20 years. They deal with that thing. Those commercials. I smoked for 20 years. I smoked for 97 years. And this is what I sound like now.
Maybe they should show an abortion. You know what I mean? Right? You're watching a TV show. And we'll be right back after these messages. This is what an abortion looks like. And then they show an abortion. You should have to know what it's like. It's just like these kids getting their old genitalia chopped off. No one explains the horrific experience of getting your penis removed or your breasts removed, or if you're a female building a penis from other parts of your body. It's like, I've heard detailed descriptions of that's like, and I'm like, holy shit, I never even thought about the logistics of this. So anyways, this is a man bun episode, isn't it? It just stinks of man bun. But I don't have unprotected sex. This is another thing. Back to the sex education thing. 9 out of 10 girls I've slept with are not interested in using protection. It sounds like I'm lying. I'm not lying. I am in a very, very, very progressive liberal state. The women I've had sex with are like, just put it in. Just put it in. I don't. They all sound like Sebastian Maniscalco. I go, just put it in. We don't have time to get a rubber. Just throw it in. Come on. It's been a long year. Just put it in me. Just put it in. Just put it in. Come on. I'm telling you, I've been horrified by the fact, and I don't really drink. If I drink, I have a half a beer. So I'm always sober during sex, which is a great thing, by the way. It's a great thing if you're going to sleep with a stranger to know what's going on. I'm telling you, it's a reassuring to have a recollection of that night. But I'm telling you, 9 out of 10. Even my ex-girlfriend who got an abortion was absolutely traumatized by it, begged me to bang her raw dog. So let's get some education on it. I'm sure Larry Elder will cover all this. And recall Gavin Newsom. Get that fucking guy out of here. He's got to get out of here. Get him out of here. If you're in town on September 13th, I'm going to be doing my hour-long show at a place that welcomes all people. Wink, wink, nudge, nudge. Huh? Nudge, nudge. September 13th at the Brooklyn Comedy Club in Williamsburg, Brooklyn. I will put a link up to those tickets. I think they're only $10. I'm going to be practicing my hour, and then I will be maybe workshopping it on the road, and then I'll be filming a special, and then I will also put an invite out to when I record that. So that's September 13th. If you live in the area, I hope you come out. It's going to be a lot of fun. I'm going to do my new hour, play around. It's going to be a great night. Yeah, I'll come to your house and do a show. Let me know. I'll be in Staten Island on Friday at someone's house who I don't know. But maybe I don't know. Maybe I won't survive it. Maybe I will. Maybe they'll dump me into the fucking